Hello and welcome to this Week 11 edition of Big Game Bound. I'm Chris Hagan. Now we're past the halfway point of the season, and the playoff picture, well, is still just as murky as Week 1. 15 games on the slate, and it starts with Thursday Night Football down in Atlanta. The surging Patriots visiting the Falcons, an 8:20 Eastern Time kickoff in that one. But our marquee matchup is Sunday afternoon in Buffalo, a rematch from last year's wild card playoff round as the Bills host the Indianapolis Colts. For a look at this one, let's say hello to our Chris Widlick in Indianapolis. Chris, you were at that game back in January, but a much different Colts team 10 months later, isn't it?
A different Colts team led by a different quarterback. That was Philip Rivers' swan song in that playoff game in January in Buffalo. And that Colts team, a lot of the same players. The quarterback is different, certainly, but they did almost everything right. 450 yards of offense, no turnovers. Really kind of held Josh Allen in check for the most part. Had an opportunity to win that game, but came up short. And I know a lot of those players involved in that game felt like they probably should have beaten the Bills on the road. And it was Buffalo winning its first playoff game in 25 years. So they've got a score to settle. They've got the book on Josh Allen. That's a big deal for this Colts defense. And offensively, as you mentioned, Carson Wentz is a different guy, a different style of offense. He likes to roll. He likes to throw on the run. He likes to throw deep, and that's something we didn't see 1 year ago. So the Colts different. They've got some different weapons to throw at the Buffalo Bills this time. They feel pretty good about it, too.
Yeah, Philip Rivers, perhaps to the surprise of some of the people in the Colts organization, said, hey, one and done, I'm finished. You go out and get Carson Wentz. He's playing much better after coming back from the 2 ankle sprains. He had foot surgery, he had a little COVID protocol situation, but he's improving. It helps to have a good running game, and perhaps nobody better in the game right now than Jonathan Taylor. What can you tell us about his development in just his second year in the league?
Chris, that's the bottom line. They did have Taylor, and they did have Michael Pittman last year, but both of these players are so much better than they were in January. Taylor is now probably the #1 running back in the National Football League. Derrick Henry is out injured. They are tied. I think they've got the same amount of yards rushing in the NFL, tied for that top spot. But Taylor is quicker than he was a year ago. I think he worked on that in the offseason to be faster, quicker to the hole. He's got that great offensive line that's doing a pretty good job in front of him. They're all healthy. That's also critical. And as far as that wide receiver is concerned, Michael Pittman Jr. is now the definitive #1 receiver. He's moved past T.Y. Hilton, who is healthy, who will play in this game against the Buffalo Bills. But Pittman has been the go-to guy. He seems to catch just about everything that Wentz throws at him. They've got a great chemistry together, and that they just feed off of each other. Taylor's got things in the running game. They want to go run first, pass second, and once Taylor opens things up, and that helps out that passing game and get Wentz and Pittman rolling. So the offense is clicking right now like they haven't what we saw 1 year ago.
Now, the Colts have kind of made a habit of blowing double-digit leads. They did it in a loss to the Titans. They did it in a loss on Monday Night Football to Baltimore. They tried to do it last week against the Jaguars. Can this team put 4 quarters together and go out there and prove worthy of being a playoff team by getting this big road win, you think?
They've done it a few times this year, but they haven't done it against playoff-caliber teams, and that sticks in their craw right now. Every team that they've beaten has not been above 500. On the flip side, the Buffalo Bills have only beaten one team over 500, and that was the Kansas City Chiefs back in KC, so it's kind of an interesting mix. But, yeah, the Colts want to prove that they are a playoff-caliber team. Coach Frank Reich mentioned this week it's a great measuring stick to see how they face up against some of the best teams in the NFL, including Buffalo and then Tampa the week after. So a great test for the Colts. They feel like they're ready, and if they can get over this hurdle, they're right back in that wild card race and have a real opportunity to do some damage. So it's kind of a proof in the pudding. I think if they can put at least 3 good quarters together, they've got a real opportunity to beat this Buffalo Bills squad.
All right, Chris, thanks a lot. Now you made me hungry bringing up pudding, but we'll talk to you again down the road.
Sounds good.
Here's a look at the rest of the 1 o'clock Eastern games. The Ravens and Bears in Chicago. The still winless Lions at the Browns. An AFC South matchup in Nashville as the Texans and Titans get together. The Packers visit Minnesota. The Dolphins on the road taking on the Jets. In Philly, it's the Saints and Eagles. The 49ers making a long trip to Jacksonville to take on the Jaguars. Also at 1, the Washington football team travels to Charlotte to take on Cam Newton and the Panthers. For more on that one, here's our Will Kunkel.
When was the last time an NFL team signed a former MVP off the streets to play quarterback in Week 10 of the season? I absolutely have no idea. That's the answer I have for you, but I can't imagine it really has happened too frequently. But Cam Newton has come to the Panthers and has made an immediate impact. Off the field, the amount of energy that he has brought to the city is crazy. On the field, he played just 8 snaps in Arizona, but he scored 2 touchdowns. In fact, he had 2 touchdowns on his first 2 touches. But P.J. Walker, the other quarterback, he played well too. So, is there an actual quarterback controversy? No. It looks like Cam is going to start Sunday versus his old head coach, Ron Rivera.
I think we're probably trending that way, to be quite honest with you. I'm not gonna probably pull that trigger till later. But I think that, I was pretty transparent the other day in terms of, we're wanting to push him, I think, into that role. I think it's, good for our team. But, we're getting PJ ready as well. And I think, as I said, I think game plan wise, we could see a myriad of different things happen.
He has an amazing effect on a team and on the game, and his ability to make plays, not just throwing the ball but with his feet, are definitely special. But the ways that he can impact the game are much more than that, from an energy standpoint, from a momentum standpoint.
But with all of that said, I fully expect PJ to play. Cam doesn't know the entire playbook at this point. They're just expanding the package that he had against the Cardinals, which was mostly goal line. Now that'll be a little bit bigger. But in order to open the playbook truly, PJ's going to have to be in there. But it's that Ron Rivera and Cam Newton storyline. It just writes itself now that they're playing each other. Ron drafted Cam. They spent nearly a decade together. They went to a Super Bowl, and now they're facing each other for the first time. It's going to be pretty awesome this Sunday. Now, for Big Game Bound, I'm Will Kunkel.
Just 3 games in the 4 o'clock window, including the Bengals at Las Vegas and the Cardinals taking on the Seahawks in Seattle. At 4:25, it will be the Cowboys visiting the Chiefs. For more on that one, let's say hello again to our Rob Collins in KC.
The Preston Road Trophy is up for grabs as the Cowboys invade Arrowhead Stadium to take on the Chiefs. Patrick Mahomes and company apparently have their swagger back after railing the Raiders, but they're going to need a little more than swagger to hang with the first-place Dallas Cowboys. The Cowboys lead the league in total yards and points per game. The Chiefs aren't far behind at 4th, and their defense has played much better over the past 3 weeks. They've only allowed 13 points a game, but let's face it, those opponents were missing players or had a deluge of drama to deal with. Sunday will be a real test to see if the Chiefs indeed are for real.
They play extremely hard. I think that's the main thing. They have playmakers over there, but they don't give up on any play. They're flying around trying to make plays happen. And whenever you have defenses that have playmakers and play hard every single play, that's a tough defense to go up against.
They got 2 great backs, wonderful wide receivers, great quarterback. So it's going to be up to us to handle our business in that aspect, stop the run, and also just contain the pass catches to explosives when we can. And so just coming in, just trying to handle that part of the aspect of it and just kind of minimize explosive plays.
Chiefs head coach Andy Reid is 18-13 all-time against the Cowboys, but Kansas City is 4-7 as a franchise against the boys. This matchup promises plenty of points, and we could have one of those old-school Wild West shootouts Sunday here in Kansas City. We'll see. Should be fun. For Big Game Bound, I'm Rob Collins.
Thanks, as always, Rob. On Sunday Night Football, it's the Steelers and Chargers. For more on that one, here's our Mike Finner.
Entering Week 11 of the NFL season, the AFC is as bunched up as can be. Aside from the bottom 4 teams in the conference and 8-2 Tennessee leading the way, every other team midway through November is between 5 and 7 victories on the year. That makes Pittsburgh's Sunday night road test at the Chargers a significant matchup for playoff aspirations on both sides.
I think it's just the desire not to have that feeling of losing. I think everyone hates losing, and it's fun when we get those victory Mondays and stuff like that. So I think just learn from it and move on.
With Steelers quarterback Ben Roethlisberger reduced to all virtual work leading up to the primetime matchup, backup Mason Rudolph is preparing like he's the starter. That could mean more targets for former Oklahoma State teammate James Washington, who Rudolph found for a touchdown against Detroit.
As far as everything, just with Mason there, we just got to get him going. So, every ball that he throws to us, we got to make a great attempt on it and just try to get that offense rolling and get him rolling.
While the Steelers defense must pay a ton of attention to Justin Herbert's deep threat game, Chargers running back Austin Eckler is a true dual threat, especially with missing pieces in the Pittsburgh secondary.
That's, again, just being on our details. We have to be on our details. We have to have our eyes in the right spot.
because it starts off with us. Every team has their superstars, you can say, but we just have to start with us and make sure we're focused on what we're supposed to have our eyes on.
It's a primetime kickoff for the Steelers Sunday night at 8:20 at SoFi Stadium against the LA Chargers. Reporting for Big Game Bound, I'm Mike Fenner.
And on the Monday night game, the Giants and suddenly struggling Buccaneers in Tampa, the defending Super Bowl champs, have now lost 2 straight. And that brings us to Peyton's Picks, our weekly chat with Jared Payton in Chicago, the son of sweetness. JP, 2-1 last week. Well done. Well, let's aim for perfection. You've done it once before. Let's start it off. Saints at Eagles, all these games this week, JP, playoff implications. They're jockeying for position, and that includes New Orleans and Philly.
You know, you said it, Chris. I mean, let's go back to this past week, right? The Saints, they put up a nice fight against the Tennessee Titans. And then you also have the Eagles who beat Denver, but I don't really know who the Broncos are. They're so hit and miss every single week. With this one, I look at the Saints defense. I think they're going to be able to keep Saints in this one, but Alvin Kamara, I think, is the big question mark. If he doesn't play, then offensively, I just don't think they can get it done. So I'm going to lead that he doesn't play in Week 11, and I'm going to go on a limb right now and say that Philly gets the dub somehow, but it's going to be close. They win by 3.
Fly, Eagles, fly. How about these two teams? They started off well, but now they're having some adversity and some losses. Bengals at the Raiders out there in Las Vegas.
Well, you know, the Raiders are coming off that embarrassing loss to KC, so they're going to try to right the ship, but I just don't see it happening. Cincinnati, they're coming off the bye week, so it gives them a little bit more time to be able to prepare. They got a chance to be able to watch that game with the Raiders and KC, so they're going to be prepared and ready to go. I'm going to go with probably the winning formula in this one is going to be Joe Burrow throwing to Jamar Chase. I think they connect. I think there's too many holes in the secondary of the Raiders defense, and I think they're going to find a way to be able to expose that. And I see maybe 2 touchdown catches for Jamar Chase in the end zone doing the gritty.
And a couple of AFC wild card contenders. Let's talk about the Steelers at the Chargers.
Well, man, Justin Herbert, I think it's time. We've seen over the last few weeks he's been kind of human. And I think a lot of people, especially football fans, and I know Chargers fans are probably like, what's going on here? I think he settles in, okay? And I don't know about the Steelers. Got a chance to see them against my Bears. They almost lost that game. And then let's not even talk about what happened against the Steelers and the Lions. That's just an embarrassment right there for both organizations. I think Pittsburgh's offensive line is what gets me. They just have not been good all season long. So I find a way, if it's Big Ben in the backfield, I think they're going to find a way to be able to Chargers to get to the quarterback. And, you know, it means Bosa's going to be having a field day. And I think Justin Herbert, he kind of corrects things. And they take apart that defense on the Steelers, which is not a defense of the Steelers of old that we're used to and accustomed to. So I think he kind of slices and dices them up offensively. I think the Chargers, they get the dub.
Let's recap Jarrett's picks. It's the Eagles at home over the Saints. He liked the Bengals getting back to work at the Raiders, and he'll go with the Chargers on the home turf against the Steelers. JP, 2-1 last week. Let's go perfect this week, and we'll see how you do when we talk to you again this time.
We can only hope, Chris. Thank you, man. See you next week.
Always plenty of quotable quotes in the NFL, so let's take a listen around the league in this week's Open Mic.
Mic check, mic check. How y'all doing this morning?
I feel like I was ready for the moment. I feel like I've been through so much, and God has put me in this position for that exact moment, and it just wasn't our night. There's really no way around it. It just wasn't our night.
We're on to Cincinnati, you know. Like that's that's the state of where we're at, you know.
I'm just trying to do whatever we can to win at this point. And if it costs me getting the ball or getting targeted, I'm gonna do so. So I just kind of take the good with the bad and, you know what I'm saying, roll with the punches, because it's all not gonna be, you know, flowers and candy.
Sometimes we have to make decisions that may not be best for us or we don't agree with, but ultimately they're the best ones for the team. So
Talk about here.
No, not with you guys.
There's a lot of bright lights there.
each and every guy doing his job to his best ability. I mean, that's all it is. You have to be ready to play on game day. And there were some that weren't playing as fast as they could or have. Now, they thought they were. You know, the big thing about thinking if you're playing fast and you're really actually playing fast.
I know this is a big game for Coach, and I just want to go out there and ball, get some more dubs in the category.
He always has the music on in the locker room and stuff, so he's the DJ, I guess, if you want to call him that.
You get some requested?
No.
I don't know, like, I just don't know. Basically like the emoji, like, who knows, like, y'all saw it, y'all were like, damn, where this guy come from? Hey, see?
And on that note, it's time for us to say goodbye. For Jared Payton and all of our Next Star correspondents, I'm Chris Hagan. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time on Big Game Bound.